blessed new moon in Pisces, 2022, March 2022. Hi. Hi. We made it to new moon, that dark moon in Aquarius going into dark moon in Pisces. To new moon today, March 2nd time, March 2nd time of this recording. Very happy we made it. We're still here. We're still here. Elaine Stretchwide courtesy telephone. So let's do a little something, a little magic. I'm giving this to my people on Patreon first, and then everybody else is going to get it like, an hour later. So it's essentially a simultaneous release. But wanted to do a little something for you all across the internet. This will be on YouTube and Vimeo and probably elsewhere. But I figured, why not? If you are new to my channel and seeing this for the first time, I am Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. And creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, because I have to do that apparently. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but that's so complicated. Just call me Mal. And I'm a Pisces moon, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising, Mercury conjunct Venus and Libra, third house. So this is what I'm built to do. I've been leading people, guiding people, teaching people about lunar rituals for decades. Waxing, waning, full moon, dark, full new, dark, just all of it. So I do this. This is what I do. So I'm glad to be doing it for you. Now, if you have not yet, I did yesterday, finished the 5-card draw, what do I need reads for this new moon in Pisces to full moon in Virgo, March 2022. And I write down the titles, and I always make sure that the mantra from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck is in the title, particularly so that I can turn around and use them for myself, my own Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign mantras. And then if I'm going to do something like this, I have the info there. I've got the actual cards. There are 12 of them. There were no repeats this time. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But what we're going to do is, first we're going to really talk about Pisces energy, 12th house energy, all of that. Then we're going to do a little exercise that I learned. God, the company is going to be 24 years old, so I guess 24 years almost years ago. I learned from the Ashaya monks something called the praise circle, praise, gratitude, and love, to raise the vibration. Then we're going to apply the mantras. And certainly you could do this anytime. You could do this any moon sign, any Pisces, any sign, waxing, waning, new, full, dark, whatever. But certainly a way to help your own emotions during a rather tumultuous time. Find some healing, find some grace, find a little emotional space. So let's talk about Pisces, 12th house, the collective unconscious. Right, that 12th house is stuff that we don't know, but it's in there. It's up in the unconscious mind, the collective. And for empaths with Pisces placements, it tends to be a little bit amplified. Empaths, not so much in the sociological sense, although everybody's supposed to have sociological empathy when they see somebody suffer, to have not just sympathy, but empathy. But I'm talking the vibrational empathy, the emotional empathy, when you are feeling other people's energies, emotions, whatever, feelings, like an echo chamber inside of you. And maybe some of it is yours, but it can be amplified not just by the people around you, but what's going on in the world. And that's what's called a global empath. And apparently I am one, and I don't remember signing up for that, but it is what it is. So with the situation in Europe, with the Ukraine, what a better way, because nobody's asking me what to do about it. I haven't gotten any calls from any higher ups aside from in the non-physical of what to do with this. So being that I am a teacher of true love conquers all, and I just don't mean the romantic version, I mean divine love in human form is true love. True love conquers all. So I figured this is something that we can do not just for our own personal, intuitive, emotional fields at a Pisces moon when the moon rides at her peak, No, sorry. When the lady's moon is new, kiss the hand to her times 2. That's it's the Wiccan Reed poetic version, Doreen Valiente, I believe. So, you know, kiss the hand to her times 2. We're going to send some love out there for her to magnify, amplify, and send into every heart. But we need to get ready to do that. And maybe this is a good time to explain the praise circle. Yeah, because it'll make more sense. Okay, nothing like spirit guides. Nothing like guides to help guide people. When I first met them, I took what's called the First Sphere workshop for meditation techniques. It's a genius, ISHAYA. It's a lineage of monks. It's a long story, which I'm not going into right now. But this is what I learned from them. They said that the highest vibration that we can pretty much hold in the human nervous system is love, unconditional love, what I call true love in its highest octave, right? Its highest pitch, true love. But summoning that at a moment's notice is really hard, right? Okay, everybody feel unconditional love right now. No. No, it's a new moon. It's not full moon. It's a new moon. So they say in order to get there, the step under that is gratitude, but gratitude has to be authentic, meaning you can't give thanks for things you're not really thankful for and have it work. It has to be legitimate. So I had an Aunt Helen, God rest her soul, she was great, but I used her as an example in a joke, and this did not happen. Aunt Helen knitted you those steel wool socks for your birthday. Say thank you, Aunt Helen. Images of bloody feet, right? No, what are you truly grateful for? What are you truly thankful for? That's why, yes, it does take some mental work, but you're really choosing thoughts to open the heart through gratitude, right? But if that does not come easy, oh, I'm so grateful for the way things are in my life right now. I mean, you could say it, but if you don't mean it, you don't really feel it. So they said underneath that is the open door to that upward spiral of energy, praise, or as I like to say, like, because a lot of people get triggered by the word praise because of how it has been used toxically in this world, not just by organized religions, but praise versus blame. Like if you're training a dog, you praise them for something good, and you blame them for doing something wrong, and that's about as ego-based as you get. So don't do that to yourself, one would say. So if the word praise is triggery, try the word like. I like. So I usually do this with a bunch of people. I did this at Sunday morning services for years and years and years and years at the Silver Broom in Sayville, no longer affiliated. Doing Sunday morning services, we'd go around the room and the energy builds. It's a great way to build energy in a group. But certainly it's something I pull out of my rather extensive metaphysical, spiritual, magical toolkit when needed, but not as a way to avoid the painful emotions, but in order to get some altitude to see them differently, which could be helpful for a new moon. So take 5 or 6 things that you like. And, you know, people want to start with the great big philosophical. Start simple. And take your temperature. And what that means is a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, you know, depressed, despair, despondent, all the da-da words. And 10 being bliss, ecstasy, excitement, joy, you know, your cup running over. Scale of 1 to 10, where are you? So I'll do this for myself. Where am I? Scale of 1 to 10, emotionally, vibrationally. I'm going to say I'm like at a 6.57. I already ran my errands, made myself all pretty for y'all. Right? Doing what I love. I'm not turning cartwheels, but 6.57. So just, if you want to, write down your number or just, you know, remember what it is. So now we'll do a little bit of a repeat after me. It'll be I praise blank or I like blank. I'll probably go back and forth between the two. So I'll say mine, I'll take a breath, and you fill in the blank with yours, and let's see if we can get this, kick it up a notch, quite literally. All right, let's do this. Breathe. By the way, I'm surrounded by selenite right now. It's my favorite lunar stone. So I like selenite. I like coffee. I like raw honey in my coffee. I like raw honey and half in my coffee. I like that I'm in control of what goes in my coffee. See, a couple more. I like that spring is coming. I like planning out what I'm going to plant in my garden. Okay, take your temperature. Say I'm at a solid 7.5, right? We're not trying to quantum leap. And you could do that praise light for hours. Really could. But do we have a little solid foundation there? Yeah, I'd say I feel better than I do. We're stabilized. So gratitude. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? I'll go a little I'll go a little big on this one. I'm really grateful for the guidance and the grace that I get in my career path. I'm really thankful that I get to work from home and make my own schedule and have the freedom to be a true artist, a mystical artist, full on. And I'm very thankful that the mail person just put something in my mailbox and I think I know what it is. I could be right in the present moment with this. I'm very grateful for my 3 cats, waking up with them pinning me to where I'm sleeping. It's just so grateful to have their companionship considering I live alone. I am grateful for the opportunities that I've been given to serve doing what I love. And I am very grateful for the companion and the support of my patrons on Patreon. And I truly am. I get paid the first of the month. It's a lovely experience. So where do I feel? Where do you feel? Scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, I'm going to say that Patreon one got me to 8. All right, so 6.5, 7.5. I think we're at 8. So now, who do you love? Who do you love? What do you love? Again, you don't have to start great, big, huge. You can, take your time with this. This is a technique that once you know it, you can run with every day, whenever you like. What do I love? Who do I love? I love my mom. I'm going to call her later today, making plans to go visit them up in Saratoga. What do you love? Who do you love? I love beach vacations. I don't plan on taking one anytime soon, but I do love a vacation at the beach. I've been camping on the beach. I've stayed at hotels on the beach. I've stayed in resorts on the beach. I love the beach. I'll just put that there. I live on Long Island. Of course I love the beach. The Pines, Cherry Grove, Robert Moses, Field 2, Lighthouse Beach. Anybody remember Lighthouse Beach? At least the nudie beach is not there anymore. Well, it might still be there physically, but you're not allowed to do it anymore. Whatever. What else do I love? What do I love? What do I love? What do I love? I love British murder mysteries on audiobook. I do. Agatha Raisin, Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot. Just love them because I can listen to them in the background while I'm getting stuff done. Oh, I love that. What do you love? Oh, I know one thing I love. I love how the world is coming together over Ukraine. The support, the bravery. It's so not just heart-touching, it's heart-melting. And it's an awakening for all of us, seeing the unity, how we really are not just all connected, we're all one soul. When you start to tear up, usually I'm around a 9. So we don't need to go to 10, unless you did. But remember that process, because now applying a mantra is going to be so much more effective than if you just ran right into the mantra, right? It's like stretching before the dance or the sport or what have you. So I took the 12 cards in zodiacal order, how they came out in the 5-card draws. I'm just going to tell you the name of the mantra. and the mantra itself, and Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, you write them down or not. I am going to separate mine out as I go for the next bit that we do after this. So for Aries, we've got amplifying abundance. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. For Taurus, awakening inspired action. There is only what life is asking of me. For Gemini, honoring adversity. A fire reveals a path of new direction once the burning is complete. I go into these in all the readings, right? So there's a playlist, the What Do I Need reads. For Cancer, balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. For Leo, dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. For Virgo, embracing worthiness. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. For Libra, activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. For Scorpio, uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Sagittarius, discovering happiness. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am, and that is really relaxing and very powerful in my experience. Capricorn, creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Aquarius, opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Activating third eye is willing to see beyond beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. That's opening the mind is a little bit different. And for Pisces, integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. So what I'm going to do is grab the Leo for my Leo rising, no, that's Cancer. The Leo for the Leo rising, the Virgo, the Libra, right? The gauntlet, I like to call it, and my Pisces moon. So just to get those other ones out of the way, if I do these in order, I'm dissolving judgment, embracing worthiness, activating the third eye, and integrating the ego, which is totally a thing. The mantras, if I put them together, I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing, and I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, because everything is for me, not against me. Got it? Right? And you can play with them. I could totally mix those around. It would change the tone, and it might even change the meaning of it. So, since it's Pisces, an element of water. For the Cancer, I think it was full moon, I made holy water. I was like, all right. So that was non-potable holy water. We weren't going to drink it. So what I did, if you saw these in the foreground, I've got two, this is pure filtered water, PUR, pure filtered water, in cobalt blue glass, which is one of my favorite things, and I have plenty of it. You don't have to send it to me. It's fine. My mom seems to, every time she comes across, we manifested a kitten. I don't know if you can see him. Well, he's not really a kitten. Hey, Melky. You're a camera hog, aren't you? Just like your mama. You can't really see him. He's a black cat on a black comment if you can see him when he comes over here. It's much clearer. But I've had these bottles for decades now because I studied Ho'oponopono, H-O''O'-P-O-N-O-P-O-N-O. And I mean, there's a lot there. There's a lot in there. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. It's a Hawaiian problem-solving practice technique. It's actually pretty ancient. Look it up. I originally learned about it from the book Zero Limits by Joe Vitale, but co-written by Haleakala Hulen, who I studied with in a weekend workshop to learn about Ho'oponopono in 2009. Long time ago. It feels like a very long time ago. And they talk about blue solar water, how it clears subconscious programs. And since we're dealing with the unconscious, and it's the color blue, the color for water in my elemental schemata of symbolic correspondences, I drink this stuff every day, but we're going to be using this here. Now, the Messages of Water by, oh my god, his name just went out of my head, Japanese doctor. I don't know if he's still alive. Where he wrote words on bottles of water, then froze the water, and then looked at it under an electron microscope. I have his book, Dr. Omoto, I think. I suck at names, please. It's not disrespect, it's name aphasia. So you could very much take these mantras, write them down, put them under the bottles of water. I wouldn't put them in the bottles of water, but around it, or pick a keyword to kind of not just lift yourself up, but as a symbolic thing, because honestly, you can make one bottle of Ho'oponopono water, and this is what I learned from Dr. Len. Take one drop of it and put it in a gallon of water. Now, it's all Ho'oponopono water because it's vibrational, and put a teaspoon in your bathtub. You're bathing in it. You're soaking in it, just like, well, Madge never really did soak in that. Unless you're Generation X or older, you're not going to get that reference, and I'm not mad about it. So let's put this puppy into practice. I've got my 4 mantras, I've got my water, I've got more selenite than necessary to amplify this. I got my Pisces jewelry on, the ring of Artemis, the ring of Diana, and the ring of Circe, my Amazon, my Empress, and my Sorceress Mystic Witch archetypes that share the throne of Pisces for me. So we're gonna do a little meditation thing, and part 1 of it is gonna be getting centered and all of that. Part 2 is gonna be some breath. Air and water are connected. Condense air, you get water. Evaporate water, you get air. A way of focusing the mind in a way that relaxes the body. And then we're going to introduce these mantras. So I'm going to do the ones that I drew here. So I will probably say them out loud. But if you want to take that as a cue to move to one of yours, or maybe you just have one, to do it all the way through, this is certainly something you could do at any time. And now you have the video. You can look at it and do this process whenever you like. Then, once we get that humming and going and moving along, we're going to bless the people of the Ukraine and the surrounding areas, that everybody receive the love that heals, the unconditional love, unity, where we are all one. Because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, we are divine beings as immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies. None of us were ultimately born on this planet. We come from somewhere else, and if you want to take that into the extraterrestrial territory, you go right ahead. I think higher vibrational is more important than extra-dimensional, but I would. I'm a Virgo. So get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes, and this will be our magical working. I'm just going to center my 2 bottles of water here around this selenite, so it kind of charges it. Oh, I could put 1 on that. So what I'm doing is I have the main goddess piece in the center, and I have 2 selenite angel wings on the side, 1 for each bottle. And believe me, I could have loaded this up with so many more crystals, but I think less is more sometimes. Please get yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Take a moment. This is all about how you feel. So start with how your body feels. Tune in. Scan your body from head to toe, little by little, giving permission to get your body into a better feeling place as best as you can. I always do a neck roll, a shoulder shrug, a little stretch, giving special attention, that's a tricky word to what I was going to say, special attention to where tension tends to sit in my body, the back of my neck, my lower back, just doing that basic self-care. And giving my body, my nervous system, everything permission to relax. And as the body relaxes, focus on the breath. And since Pisces is the symbol of the oceans, not just one, all of them, the two fish. One ebb, one flow, right? So it... Right? Ebb, flow. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Sufi element of water breathing. And were you to do this for 10 minutes, you would get such a high that, you know, don't let all the carbon dioxide out of your body unless you know what to do about it. Hyperventilation is not necessary. But even think of like how a dolphin, right? It comes up, it breathes, it goes down under the water, and it exhales, and up and down those waves. And how water is the predominant element on the planet. There's more water than land, apparently. So how that field of water just touches everything. And then it evaporates, goes up to the sky, comes down as rain, right? Freezes on tops of mountains, flows down as rivers, wears away rock. Mutable water. Pisces. And feel your blood move through you, fully oxygenated, right? Doing things for your cell tissue and your nervous system that you can't do. Well, it's going to happen if you keep breathing, but... Right, detoxing, taking the carbon dioxide out of the cells and feeding it oxygen. And when you're focusing on your breath, regardless of what pattern or practice you use, you are in the present moment. You can only focus on your breath here and now. And now notice how you feel. And if you like, tune into some of that praise, gratitude, and love if you want to fine tune. I praise coffee. I'm grateful for my kitties and my ability to work at home. And I love my mom. And I love my path. There. And just to give us a little sense of safety so we can be a little bit more vulnerable, I call upon our collective pantheons of the divine to surround us now in a force field of light, containing and protecting the energy work, the healing, the heart opening that we do together this day. I ask that all information and energy that exchanges between us in the physical and in the non-physical and online does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. And I ask you as ever to please use me. Use me as the channel of guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power. You sent me in to be in this life, and not just as a priest or a high priest or as a teacher or a reader, but as a witch. As a witch born on a full moon. Use me for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Breathe. And with this force field, this circle cast, call it what you will, imagine your energy field usually held tightly wrapped like a bud of a flower. Now gently relaxing. Gently unraveling a little bit. Loosening up, opening you up, relaxing. The energy field's expanding as your nervous system relaxes. And I'm just going to shuffle these cards with my eyes closed that I got in my hand. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in. And on the exhale, I'm going to say the mantra that comes to me. I'll do it once or twice, and I'll do it silently until I'm ready to pick the next card. Have at it. Breathe. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. It's a big one right now. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Just feel these. Remember, you could spend hours doing these. Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. As I'm integrating the ego, everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. And breathe. And let every breath feel its way through your body. Let every breath feed the element of water with not just oxygen, but with the power to feel what these mantras are doing as deeply and as fully as you can in any given moment. Knowing that one fish inhales, one fish exhales. The ebb, the flow, the yin of the inhale, the yang of the exhale, the divine feminine of the inhale, the divine masculine of the exhale, bringing us into balance. And as we breathe now into the center of our hearts, we see our hearts glowing with an emerald green light, the color of the heart chakra. The sacred truth of the heart chakra, love is divine power, and we can see it as a hologram of Mother Earth. So we're not sending this just to the people in Ukraine and the surrounding countries, environments, personalities, egos, souls, all of that. But to unify all of the love, all of the divine power in the hearts of all life, not just human life. Even trees have hearts in their way. To unify, amplify, and bless this world with the love that conquers all. So I call upon our collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved for all of humanity, to amplify this love, to clear our fields of anything that does not serve on the exhale as we breathe prana, chi, grace, reiki, life force into our heart chakras, touching the core of who we are. Blessing our hearts and sending it out into the world horizontally. From heart chakra to heart chakra, though that happens automatically through the unity of quantum entanglement. And with every inhale, we breathe in this divine love and exhale it down through the root, down into the earth, down into the soil, into the bedrock, into the crystalline structure of planet Earth, into the roots of all the trees and plants, going underground, going to the core of the planet, and then back up into every root chakra on planet Earth, bathing it with the love that is divine power. And I do indeed call in my goddesses of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the West, and the angels and archangels of water, the Gabrielites, the sign of Pisces, the powers of the West, to please bless every heart with the love that it needs to heal, to awaken, to open, to acknowledge the divine power and unity that we are one, and to come from a more loving place and to heal our own emotional pain as we go. And I ask that this activity, this emerald fire, emerald flame, blaze, 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 emerald fire, emerald flame, raise, 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 all earth, all air, all fire, all water, healing, harmonizing, balancing, blessing, encouraging, and fortifying the very best and the very blessed within us to rise, planting this emotional seed at the new moon, that it may be amplified, the maximum that cosmic law will allow, until every heart on planet Earth is free, which might take a while, but we can still breathe, and may every breath we take consciously or unconsciously this day and forevermore bless every heart with the courage to live authentically, to stand up and be brave, to stand up to tyranny, the freedom to feel what needs to be felt on the inner in order to do what needs to be done in the outer for the well-being of all, that we may all awaken and be the best that we can be, fulfilling our role in a plan that we can't understand yet are intrinsically a part of, whether we are aware of it or not, and whether we accept it or not. And specifically for the men, women, and children, the animals, the plants, all of Ukraine, all levels. May they be blessed. May they be encircled now in a force field of light containing and protecting them and their freedom, their autonomy, their liberty. That they may be authentic to who they are, stand their ground, and to remember that a bully is just a coward in disguise, and we need to stand up to them, but we need to stand up to them in a healthy way, understanding that they are in pain too, they're terrified, but the way will be shown, and we don't know what that is, but we are given everything we need with every inhale and exhale, and in any given moment we know what to do. And for those of us who are not there, for those of us who have to filter facts, filter the truth through social media and news reports and breaking news, help us find our stability to surf these waves, to be active when it's time to be active, to rest when it's time to rest. And in the words of Matt Kahn, genius spiritual teacher that he is, that whatever arises, that we can arise to love that. Because everything is here to help us on a soul level, to grow, to heal, to learn, to become the best that we can be, so that when we return home, because spoiler alert, everybody's going to eventually, we can look over our shoulders and say, that was a good one. It was a good ride. Crossed every T, dotted every I, did my best. And certainly that love may conquer all, and that true love may conquer all truly, for the well-being of all. And if you can, place a hand upon your heart, cradling the world, planet Earth, all the people on it, holographically, in your hands. You've got the whole world in your hands, in your heart. And just let the simple mantra be 3 words. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And may these seeds spread through the collective unconscious, blessing every heart, every mind, every body with love. Yes, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us, and let it extend to every life form here. May every heart heal. And may our light shine at full capacity. Not just banishing darkness. Darkness can exist in light. It's not a thing. It's an absence of a thing. And with that love amplified, not that it destroys fear. Fear is not a thing. It is an absence of love. But that we can fill in the blanks in our own lives. And through that, moment by moment, breath by breath, choice by choice, heal ourselves and this world as one, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. There's your Pisces new moon magic, folks. Have at it. And if you are new to the channel, do consider subscribing. This is what I do. This is what I'm best at. And trust me, I did a lot of other things before I chose this. So thank you so much for watching. And certainly if you want to go deeper, the deeper stuff I'm serving over on Patreon, patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle. And if my patrons are watching this, thank you. Thank you. I really couldn't get here without all of you. Truly appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a cup of coffee, a bathrobe, and probably bedhead. Thank you. Hail, farewell, blessed new moon in Pisces, and blessed, blessed be.